recording everything, waiting for him to slip. The first 2 years, I was just a kid trying to get adults to believe me. Once I turned 18, I started collecting my own evidence. That's illegal. So is murder. He stopped writing. If you knew Whitmore was going to talk, why didn't you just let him go to the police? Because my stepfather doesn't let people talk. I've had a tracker on his car for 2 years. When he drove to Paul's house at 11 p.m. with no meeting scheduled, I knew what was coming. I parked down the street, waited for the gunshot. Then I called 911. The detective sat back. You have proof of all this? I reached into my pocket. He tensed. I moved slowly and pulled out a USB drive, slid it across the table. 6 years of phone recordings, financial records showing payments to the coworkers who lied, emails between my stepfather and Paul discussing how to handle the investigation. Everything. He picked up the drive. Why didn't you take this to the police years ago? I tried. Twice. First time the detective told me I was a grieving kid looking for someone to blame. Second time my stepfather's lawyer showed up before I even finished talking, threatened to sue me for defamation. I leaned forward. But tonight is different. Tonight there's a fresh body. Tonight there's a crime scene your department has to investigate. Tonight my stepfather can't make a phone call and make this disappear. The detective looked at the USB drive, then at the cold case folder, then at me. He stood up without a word and walked out. I sat alone for 2 hours, watching the clock, wondering if I'd miscalculated. Then the door opened. The detective stepped in with 2 officers behind him. We picked up Richard Easton 20 minutes ago. Residue on his hands. Gun was still in his car. He thought he had time to dump it. Didn't expect anyone to call it in within 4 minutes. I closed my eyes. 8 years. His lawyer's already screaming, but with the recordings and the forensics, it's not going to matter. I opened my eyes. What about me? You're free to go. We might need you to testify. I'll be there. He studied me for a moment. You planned this whole thing, didn't you? Every detail. I stood up slowly. I promised my mother I'd make it right. Took me 8 years to keep that promise. The trial lasted 3 weeks. Richard Easton got life without parole. 2 counts of first-degree murder. I didn't cry when they read the verdict. I'd done all my crying 8 years ago. After it was over, I drove to the cemetery. Stood in front of my mother's grave for the first time since her funeral. I didn't say anything. Didn't need to. She already knew.